Good morning, everybody. This is Diane from Plant-Based Dallas. And hello there. You won't see me for most of this picture. I'm just going to have you watch what we're going to do today. We are going to make some homemade granola. I wanted to show you how easy this really is. So the first thing we're going to do is make our wet mixture that is going to coat the granola. And I have some homemade applesauce. And we're going to use that instead of oil. A little bit of applesauce. And then a little bit of maple syrup. 100% maple syrup is a little bit of sweetener. Not much. Maybe a couple teaspoons. That's all we need. And then if you have some fresh vanilla, I'm going to go ahead and cut a few pieces of our vanilla bean. I've used this quite often in recipes. I love to order it online. I actually get it from Vanilla Products USA. Vanilla Products USA. And I keep my vanilla beans in a mason jar, tightly closed up. They smell delicious. So I'm going to cut part of a vanilla bean in here. Whoops, don't want to lose any of that. And that will give us some vanilla flavoring. And I just keep this in my pantry. I don't even freeze this. There's my vanilla. So far we have applesauce, maple syrup, and vanilla. I'm going to put a little bit more applesauce in here. And we're going to blend this really quickly to get the vanilla bean distributed. For those of you that are new to my videos, this is a Blend-Detect blender, and it comes with both it comes with the big canister, which I use all the time, but you can also buy separately this mini canister, which I use to make nut butters and cashew cheese and hummus. Really like this size. Okay, so you can see inside of here is the blend. You could even put some banana in here, or you could just put a whole apple in here and puree it if you don't have the applesauce. Okay, first of all, I want to show you, I have mixed up that I keep in the pantry 7 or 9 grains. These are all different rolled flakes of different grains. I've got spelt, kamut, barley, rye, oats, and I do get them from natural grocers. This is triticale flakes. I just wanted to show you what I purchase from natural grocers. And here's the organic rolled rye flakes. See, that's what they look like. So I buy as many organic rolled flakes as natural grocers has, and then I mix them all up in a huge bowl and then store them as a mixture in my pantry. So we're going to start with some grains. If you only have oatmeal, well, that's fine. You can just use oat flakes, but I like to get all the different grains in here. So we're going to start with oats, and now we're going to do our nuts and seeds. I keep my hemp seed in the freezer. Remember to keep your nuts and seeds in the freezer because they can go rancid. Hemp seed. Then I've got chia seed. And again, you see there's not really a big, don't need to really measure this out. These are my pepitas, or pumpkin seeds. And I do like to put the flax meal already ground up in it so that a lot of times those flax seeds go right through us. So I'll add a little flax seed. And of course, my favorite, sunflower seeds. And you know what? I forgot to get out of the freezer, sesame seeds. Let me go grab those real quick. got some brown sesame seeds. I buy these in bulk in a huge package at the Indian stores. Okay, sesame seeds. And again, you want to store all your nuts and seeds in the freezer. I love coconut, so I'm also going to add some coconut flakes to my granola. And of course, the nuts I'll add to this bit of granola, I'm going to add almonds. Okay, so as you can see, we have all different grains, nuts, and seeds, and I'm going to sort of stir it and see if it has enough grains in it. If I think that it doesn't have enough grains in it, I'll add a little bit more. This looks actually pretty good. I'm going to add just a tad more grains. And then, of course, the spice. I like to put in a lot of cinnamon. I like my granola very cinnamony. It's probably 2 to 3 teaspoons that I just put in. And you might want to experiment. You can add cloves, ginger, allspice, cardamom, any of those great, delicious, sweet spices you can add as well. Today I'm going to just add cinnamon. Okay, so we've got the cinnamon, and again, I don't like to put the raisins and the cranberries in there because I'm going to bake this, and that tends to dry out the fruits. So I am not going to add any raisins or cranberries to this. I can always add them later after it's been baked. Okay, so we're going to pour in our mixture of applesauce, vanilla, and maple syrup. Get that all out of there. And we'll mix this up. And sometimes you're going to want to put on some gloves. Now, if it's too dry and I don't think I have enough, I'll just pour a little bit of maple syrup or applesauce right into that. So don't worry about it. You just want to sort of tell if it has enough moisture in it, because you want everything to be pretty well coated. And then we're going to put it on a cookie sheet on parchment paper and bake it. So this is how you tell if you have enough wetness. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. So you can see the texture of it. You can see it's a little bit wet, but there's a lot in here, so I'm going to add a tad bit more. So let's go with our applesauce. And a little bit more maple syrup. You know, you want to go light on these sweeteners. Too much sugar is not good for us, but we all do deserve a treat every now and then, and having this in the freezer is a huge treat. Okay. Okay, much better. And you know, I'm wondering if I should also smush up a banana in here and bake that. We could always do that, and I think I'm going to give it a little bit of extra moisture. Okay, one banana, probably just a half of a banana because this is a really large one. I'm just going to do a half a banana. And again, as your liquid, remember you can use apples. You could even use sweet potatoes in here, pureed with some water. You know, substitute any kind of liquid and experiment. Okay, so I've got my squished banana. I'm just going to work it in there. Everybody needs a box of kitchen gloves. I get mine at Walmart or at the restaurant supply store, actually, because they sell bigger boxes for cheaper. Okay, this is feeling good. Smells delicious. I can smell the apple, the vanilla, the banana, and definitely the cinnamon. Okay, we are going to now get our cookie sheet and parchment paper so you can see how we do this. I'm coming, don't leave me. Just needed to get the cookie sheet. You definitely want your granola, when you put it on the cookie sheet, to be spread out, and the better air circulation, the crispier it will get. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna put it all out here and try and spread it out as best as possible. I'm gonna go get a little bit more parchment paper so that we don't have a sticking problem. And I'm gonna preheat my oven to 400. Okay, actually I'm gonna preheat my oven. I think we bake this slower and lower. Okay, I bought a huge thing of full pan liners. I got this at the restaurant supply store. I don't know how I'm gonna store it once I open it up, but we'll worry about that later. That is a full sheet. Since I don't need it all right now, I just need half of that. We won't waste, but that's a good size right there. Okay, we're gonna split it all up here and separate it all out. And if I have too much on this one sheet, I may put it on another sheet. In fact, looks like I do. I want it to cook. So we'll cook it in 2 separate batches. Again, we're making homemade granola. You can keep this in the refrigerator. If you're like me, we're gonna eat it pretty quickly and it won't last long. Whoops. Still need to separate it out so it has places to air and cook. And any kind of nuts and seeds in here, you could really do whatever you wanted. Okay, and now we're gonna put it in the oven. Preheat your oven to about 350, and we're gonna bake it anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. You're gonna need to watch it and see when it crisps up. Sometimes it takes a full 30 minutes, sometimes even longer. So, I'm gonna put this in and cook it until it's crispy. Homemade granola, plant-based style. This is delicious with a little bit of, in the morning, putting a little bit of almond milk on top of it with a big bowl of berries. A great breakfast. Y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy your granola. Bye-bye.